You have to forgive me if things aren't going well. Yeah. So this is obviously the new Arrma Mojave, man. This thing, oh, there we go. Come on, where's the volume? No volume now? Just skip ads. This is ads. What are you talking about? This ads. Wait, my remote doesn't work. Favorite thing is to use the more intimidating topics like how to budget, how to plan. Come on! Stop. Stop. Power. Skip ad. These complicated topics really feel so much easier to understand when I use TikTok. So the next time you want well, anyway, on TikTok, I promise. This is obviously the new Mojave here. This is something I've been waiting for quite a while. God, come on. This is something I've been waiting for quite a while. Come on. How do I turn off my own TV? Well, anyways, while I struggle. Here we go. And there we go, finally. Joe Girding, KGM, Jonathan Davis, Emily, Thompson RC, Blades RC, what's going on, guy? Yeah, dude, I've been waiting actually for this. So I haven't wanted to open my mouth. Michael Van Kirk, what the heck is that, dude? What is that? Michael Van Kirk for a super sticker. Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, I haven't wanted to. Well, I mean, I kind of have wanted to open my mouth about this, but I didn't want to. I knew about this RC coming. There's a few people that kind of suspected something like this was going to come. But yeah, this is in that, I guess, in those ways of, I'll put myself on the camera here. Restart that thing. But it is a pretty slick looking thing, man. So, like I said, just bear with me. It's going to take me a couple minutes here to get things adjusted. Frank Sluga, what's going on, guy? Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's like, I think I'm even off screen. Like, something doesn't even look right. Is that right? See, it shows like it's right, but it looks wrong. Is that better? I don't even know, man. Well, anyways, there's stuff about this thing, and I'm looking at it basically, just like you guys are right now. One thing I wanted to point out is right there. This right here is something that a lot of people have been asking for, and they finally gave it. What is that right there? What is it? Dude, it looks like an all-metal center diff. So the big thing will be, what can be swapped over, because obviously looking at the chassis and everything, chassis is different. Like, yeah, dude, this I'm smiling ear to ear because I really truly do like this style of vehicle, and the reason why is because it's that way that I like to drive. It's that full trigger, just bury that throttle and just go, and maybe try to take a turn. And I know there's a bunch of people out here that are actually just like that want to be able to just full trigger something and just rip the tires right off the rims. So that is the way I like to do things. I'm amped, dude. 50 plus miles per hour out of the box is what they're claiming here. That's typical. But yeah, feel the difference. All new oil-filled center diff. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these things, man. And like I said, the question will be is what can be modified, swapped. I'm even realizing that with looking at some of these pictures, because I scanned it real quick before I opened this thing up. I am noticing that is quite a stack of that's quite a stack of washers right there, or spacers. Dude, look at that. That's like all of them. So yeah, I'm pumped, man. This thing is mint. Long travel aluminum shocks, so you can devour the terrain, because that's exactly what it's going to be all about. Bash of bodies, what's going on, guy? Yeah, things like $500, man. I think that's what this is. I think it's $500. Anyway, but I see something right there. Wait, I'm gonna go back. It is different looking, man. I'm really hoping that stuff's going to be compatible across the board, because that would be slick. But I'm noticing this piece right here, the thing here, the bumper thing. So I'm gonna make my little custom mounts, just because. But module is designed, so we got a bigger power module to accommodate that center differential. Still easy to remove. I mean, it is. I have found once that thing kind of slides in and out a few times, and keep it dry and whatever, and not get too much junk in there, it does kind of come in and out. Not necessarily just with your hands. You got to use like a hammer or whatever tool that you use that is a hammer. So, but yeah, there we go, man. So we got a heat sink, we got a fan, we got a larger case to house that center diff. What do we got there? Easy gear mesh. Grommeted window allows easy access to motor screws. What? Well, that's kind of cool. Check that out. So it's got a thing on the top and the bottom. How did I not notice that? Look at that. So it's got a thing on the top and the bottom, dude. That is a welcome thing. Man. What else we got here? Outdrive protection. Wraparound guards for ultimate durability. Oh, okay. Wow. Dude, check that out. What? All right. So, and that is for the rear, too. I think they went all out on this thing, and I'm not going to say that's why it took so long. It's about marketing sometimes. Sometimes it's about marketing. Let's see. Yeah. Sometimes I want to say it's about marketing. Come on, man. Earl Moorhead had made a comment earlier today when I was talking to him. I don't know if he's even in here, but Earl Moorhead had made a comment today, is that, it is inevitably, it's about money. With all the sales that they've been having, getting people to dig into their wallets, because, the economy's, I don't know, man. Is the economy hurting? I think it is. It is hurting. It is making it harder for people to, dive into their wallets and crank out some money. But you do what you got to do to feed your need, or, desire or addiction, or whatever you got. If this is your addiction, as long as you keep it under control, it's a good one, because at least you've got something to show for it. There's other addictions out there that the only thing you have to show for it is jail time or whatever. So, yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I like that right there. So that outdrive protection that they're showing right here, that's pretty cool, man. That's different. That's kind of looking interesting, is what I'll say. So they're just showing, again, they always talk about the sealed design. I wonder how sealed it's going to be when these things open up under impacts and stuff is just rifling inside. Not sure if it's like a plastic or some type of like a rubber, probably like a rubber grommet, because they did say grommet. So Yeah, so they always talk about this sealed design. It's as sealed as it can be. Let's see. Dirt deflectors. Nice, dude. Yay, nice. So at least they're getting their head on straight, because with this type of vehicle, it is about just full, and that's, come on, that kind of says it right there. This thing is about, dude, I'm so pumped, man. This is more than kind of what I was expecting. Like I said, but I knew it was coming. I think, like I said, a bunch of people knew this thing was coming. But dirt deflectors to keep your drive shafts clean, which is, you know, cool, but also to stop hopefully the rear shock from getting wailed on. So by the debris from the front wheels. And with this being that desert racer, it needs it, because this whole area is going to get annihilated by the front wheels. So yeah, slick, man, slick. Body color choice, dude. Body color choice. What'd I do? No, what'd I do? No, go back to that thing. Don't mind me, I'm a little under the weather. But anyways, body color choice, dude. That's the color right there. That brings those like tones of like some of the older colors, like that color scheme. What was it? The Losi thing there. The GRXT is like kind of like those colors, man. Some of that old coloring. I kind of like that. Beautiful body. Detailed decals. Yeah, we'll see. Decals actually haven't been too bad. There's a couple of vehicles out there that are garbage, but integrated dirt drain pan. Now see, I'm looking at my big screen because I got two screens. So I got this screen right here, which is obviously everything that you can see, but then I got the big screen over there, which allows me to see the larger sections. And sorry about that. I guess you're seeing an ad, or somebody's seeing an ad. Don't forget to skip those ads. Sorry. Anyways, that is slick, dude. Check that out. Drain pan. Nice. Liking that. Good idea. Especially in that area right there where there really kind of was a problem. So, I mean, so you can see this. So there's two, okay? So you've got a fore and an aft. So this one right here obviously is your aft. This one right here, that's kind of like center screen right now. But look at that. They've got three kind of like designated areas to get the stuff out, because people were drilling holes like I was. Everybody was. You're drilling holes to evacuate the stuff that actually gets into their sealed differential. And it also makes you wonder, right? So if it's integrated dirt drain pan, right? I just think it's funny. If it's an integrated dirt drain pan, then how is it? Where is it? How is it a sealed? Where's the sealed differential thing that they had there? Come on, where's the sealed differential? Right there. How is it a sealed design? It's wide open. So, anyways, good idea though, because that will help get all the crap out of there. That definitely builds up. We all know it builds up. I think that's a smart move. It'll be a curiosity thing to see how good this chassis is. Something that I did notice when you pan out, or if we can just get a chassis shot here. Okay, so they're going to give us a rear end shot. Yeah, dude. Nice. Wheelie bar, skid plates, nice bumper protection. It looks like the body has got like that integrated whole thing. What was that? What'd you ask? What did Frank say? It's 9:40. Anyone? No, dude, nobody works. Everybody's like, you know, everybody's on coffee break. That's what it is. It's coffee break guy. You ever hear of that? Coffee break? You guys in Canada don't get coffee breaks, do you? But I like that. Look at that. So even like the Arrma little thing, right? So that grill or that front section, from what I've seen, it's the actual piece that's embossed. So it's like a separate piece. That's, again, just nice, man. Like I said, 17 millimeter hexes, you can obviously see it. It's just a carryover from things, but we'll move on to the next thing. So you get the little slide thing. Powerful SPEKTRUM electronics. Yeah, right. 6S. So you know people are going to be, whoa, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What are we looking at here? Is that really like that kind of sealed off? Am I looking at the, yeah, wow. What? That really does kind of have a sealed off design. Yeah, dude, I think they put some thought into this. Again, thought across the board. Because, again, like I said, with Earl Moorhead, you know, he was saying that, you know, Horizon Hobby did the whole thing and did the sales and, you know, grabbed your money. Come on. A $350 drag car they were selling for $150. And then Earl was saying also too is that, you know, something that kind of minimized things for his collection was that whole how did he say it? That technically Horizon / Arrma or whatever devalued his collection by putting some of those cars at the prices that they did, man. It was I totally understood what he was talking about. Somebody made a bad kind of crappy comment towards what he was saying, that he was like crying that his collection wasn't worth as much as it was. And that's not the point. It's not what he was saying. He was saying it's just that it shows you a bunch of things. It shows you that how much money these companies are making off of these initial drops. Yeah, I think this thing is like $500, right? Let's see. No, we don't want that. I mean, we do want that, but we don't. Yeah, $500, dude. Bam! All right. So if you order now, you can't receive a coupon. Sorry about that. Why can't you find this online? It's online, man. You got to go to this website right here. You got to go to the thing there. Go to the YouTube video, click in the description, and in the description there'll be a link where you can go over to this site and then just type in Arrma RC and then type in Mojave, because it's not a Mojave, it's a Mojave over here on the East Coast. It's called Mojave. So, but yeah, dude, like I said, totally psyched. There's a lot of things to dive into this thing to see what's cross-platform compatible, what can be swapped out, if at anything at all, chassis, what the actual length is. You know, there's like pictures and stuff I saw somewhere here. There we go. So here's your chassis length. So you got your wheelbase right there at 380 millimeters, or if you want to go 14.96 inches, 25.12, obviously from tip to tail, probably right literally at that front edge of the bumper to the very tail end of the bumper that you see right there. So yeah, dude, I'm psyched. So going into this, sometimes when you go into replacement parts, like let's just curiosity, I want to pull up this module, if this module's even here. If you can pull up this module, what I like about sometimes with these sites, or at least like with Arrma, is that one thing that I hope, this right here, man, this is its failure point to a degree, in my opinion. But with this vehicle and the size of the wheels, it might not be. But when I say failure point, is that with the Kraton and the Outcast, the spring that was in that thing, piece of garbage, man. Somebody needs to just come up with like a better spring for that. All right, let's see. See, I was hoping they would have the module, but they don't. Come on. So I wonder if that's a way for them to... Let's see, let's go back. Did I miss it somehow? See, I was hoping to catch the module. Maybe I glossed over it? I didn't. So it's something that they're not going to list right now, I think. Yeah, it's kind of looking that way. Oh, sneaky. All right. Well, it looks like they're not going to list that right now. Anyway, it's an optional parts. Actually, exploded view. Exploded view sometimes does it too. Let's go back to this. Shoppable exploded view. Sometimes this will do it. So let's see if I can navigate here. So where's that module? It's not that. Oh, right there. So it's got the perfect ending numbers too. Yeah, they did it right. All right, so if I jump out of there, go back over here, put that right in there, hit enter. Oh, what is that? Rear spool outdrive? So, yeah, so it looks like they've got some modifications to do because you saw that was a copy and paste. So it looks like it's something that they're not listing yet because I'm hoping, because of what people have been asking, man, I'm hoping that, you know what I mean? I'm hoping that, I mean, when I'm doing this right here is because of that right there. You see those 3 vehicles. This is the forest line. And I'm really hoping that what people have been complaining and asking about, that we can have that module somehow go into both of those trucks. And that is going to cause you to buy everything. So that thing is shot, man. Let's go back to the Gigasite because the Gigasite is pretty cool. So let's see. We already went through all those pictures there. We already went through that. So 120 amp ESC. So 2S, 3S, 4S, obviously. But right away, dude, right away, this deserves to get my custom mount. It's a plug for the merch shop guy. So that custom mount, obviously, I've got for the thing there, for the box, will be able to allow you to slip over your 6S ESC and actually bolt it down. Why isn't it in my shop yet? If anybody's asking, the only reason why is because still with through testing and all that, it's already all set. It's already in my Outcast, and my Outcast has been beaten to snot. As a matter of fact, I pulled it out of the garage the other day to get a good look at it, and I'm going to use some of my cow RC stuff. I'm going to use some of the cow RC stuff to refresh that RC back to normalcy. So yeah. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing with this thing. So it is hard. RC Stevens Corner. It'll be a good addition, dude. Absolutely. If I'm on the same page as what you're talking about, man. But yeah, run it out of the box with this thing, but then slap a 6S ESC right into this bad boy because you'll just get that much of a better power management. We'll just call it power management. Still keep it on 4S because it's probably all it's going to need. But yeah, you got Earl Moorhead, who's the king of overpower and everything. Yeah, there you go. 6S ESC. You know it. Just one part missing, the 6S ESC. You know it, man. So anyways, what do we got here? So it's a 3668 2400 kV motor, probably hopefully this won't have a front motor bearing issue. And I think somebody had mentioned something about blocking off the extra holes that you see that are right there, but from memory, the motor plate blocks it anyway. And part of, I guess, a certain amount of routine maintenance, honestly, is to take that motor out, take out those back screws with heat. Definitely need some heat, and clean the inside of that motor and oil those bearings. Like, but that's not saying that those SPEKTRUM, what is it? What was it? 30, what was it? 3200 kV motor? Forget what it was, but all of those particular motors, the front motor bearing was where it was wiping out. So hopefully with this one, you're not going to have that issue. It is spinning. I don't want to say significantly less, but it kind of is. The motor is spinning less. What is it like? Spinning 800 kV less. So who knows? Maybe it won't be an issue for this particular motor right here. So we'll see. It's got the piece of garbage radio. So, but whatever. It works. The thing that I don't like about this, I wish there was like a 3D thing. I hate the back thing. Where's my? I think I got one right here. No, actually, I don't. The thing there. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta like grind off the edge where the switch is, because you can't get your sausage fingers to press the button. I have the hardest time with these remotes pressing that stupid power switch that's on the back side of this thing. But yeah, I mean, I shouldn't call it a piece of garbage. It does the job, man. But it's RTR, man. Fast response. Yeah, it works. So 50, 75, it's, yeah, whatever. You already know what the radio is. 2.4, it's 2.4 gigahertz. Does that need to be said anymore? SR315. So let's see, compatible with SLT and, compatible with better transmitters, it looks like. I hope. Let's see, zero binding. So it's talking about with the dashboard app, though. 3-channel, whatever. Cool. Good for you. SPEKTRUM S652 servo. So waterproof steel gears. Let's see. 19 kilograms, 7.4 volt, 32% more torque, and 5% faster than the ADS 15M servo, whatever. Oh, did I mess that up? Was that the next picture? Yeah, that was the next picture. All right. Optional color right there. Looks all right, but nah, I like the other one. If they did more of a red, white, and blue, I mean, because kind of, there's no, I mean, yeah, the lettering's white, but yeah, nah. If they did that, maybe it would have looked a little bit better, but yeah, I definitely like that white one, man. That white one's slick. So back to the thing there. My buddy runs the 30s, and he had good luck with it. He got 5 packs through it before he couldn't hit it. 5 packs? You killing me, guy. Yeah, I forget which one it was. Let's see. Where are we here? Yeah, I think we already saw this thing, I think. I'll just let it play. But anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could catch up here. Not now. So I'm going to take myself out of the thing, I think. How do I do that? Fat tires look good. Yeah, dude. Dude. So what are you saying? The American flag body will be an option? Is that what you said? That would be cool. I'd like to see that. So let's see what we got here. We got fully loaded. Performance and technology, or is that just fully loaded? Yeah, fully loaded. So this is just giving you, why am I even commenting? There's stuff on here that I can see. I'm going to make my own, what color do you want? Green, green, or green? Oh, and the other thing I was going to say too is Zarek D Racing. What's going on, guy? Joseph, what's happening, man? You know how this thing right here? You see this, right? You see that thing right in the center? So we'll see. I have every intention of making my own because these designs are so simple and easy to make on a 3D printer. But by popular demand, and I'm saying it this way, but I'm also realizing that not everybody likes specifically a color. The reason why I did like my things in color was just because green. It's just green is great for the GPS devices. Same thing with the orange. In the event of a crash and somehow that GPS unit flies out of the car, like, I don't know, it's strapped to the battery. I mean, the thing doesn't come out of the thing. If you've got it done right, it doesn't come out. So it would have to be a pretty horrendous or horrific crash in order to have my GPS unit and you not to be able to find it. Because of its color, right? Green, green, or green. And then we had orange. So who's this guy? It's happening, guy. So what do you think about this thing?
I think it's going to be a great drop, just like the rest of the 4S line was.
Are you wearing a Chick-fil-A hat?
No. Cal State Northridge.
I'm just messing with you. The picture that I see is like this tiny little, it looks like it said Chick-fil-A.
Getting ready to take my daughter to school.
Nice. So yeah, you were saying, so just like the rest of the 4S line, you think this is going to be a knock out of the park or what?
I mean, the way that body's looking, I think it is.
The body,
Anytime.
chassis?
Yeah. A flatter design chassis.
Yeah.
With the body integrating to the sides of the chassis, keeping all that debris out. Diamond dust with all them rocks.
No, I did.
In the steering.
Nothing stops diamond dust. You know that.
No, it works good one time at Diamond Dust. Then from there, everything's packed with sand.
Well, that's why I've got the cow stuff now.
Yep.
Trying to keep all my stuff nice and clean.
Turned over a new leaf and cleaning everything.
I'm telling you. You know what's funny is I'm actually going to do a video because I went back to my old methods of paper towel and using those hide wipe things. I don't know. It's kind of like how you've shown in the past that keeping, especially like your RC clean, it helps you find issues that you potentially would find the next battery pack out that would stop you from driving. And my problem is I hate the time it takes to clean. That's my big thing. Like even maintenance. I mean, I don't mind maintenance, but come on. I know you don't maintain things all the time too, but you know what I'm saying? It's the time it takes. It's just like, and the whole cleaning thing was always just like, whatever, the next run, the next battery pack is what's going to clean it.
Yes.
But you end up finding little issues and stuff. And I think that's what's great about you is that, your big thing was about, keeping things clean and, with this cow stuff, it's made it easier. using like the even the automotive products that you use, the 3D stuff on your stuff, because it's designed for automotive, it's just going to work on the items that you work on with RC anyway.
Yeah, plastic trim stuff, just trying to keep that stuff lubricated,
Yeah.
just so it lasts a little longer.
Yep.
And inspecting the RC is always good, especially what we're doing with it. We're running into stuff, we're jumping it, we're doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing with the RCs, just to see that breaking point. And if you can hose it off, wipe it down, and find something that's going to break and
Right.
stops you from breaking it, that's always good, because it's more money in your pocket.
Right. Yep. Yep. I totally agree with you. Yeah, it makes sense. It's just another way to pull money out of your pocket. But like you said, if you don't do it, that next time you take your RC out, all that time that you spent charging up 5 or 6 packs, and then that one first trigger pull, and something strips out or something snaps because it was already a fracture or a crack. And
Yes.
it's like, that's the, yeah.
Yeah,
Smart.
I don't know about you, but I've caught bearings before that were, I'm changed, taking out a part because the bolt's loose, and then I find a seized up bearing.
Yep.
So, catching that bearing is going to save the plastic hub, or, a center drive shaft, something.
And I
So,
think that's ultimately what took out my UDR, was because the UDR, we're talking Traxxas now, even though we've got Arrma on here, but because the UDR is so involved with trying to get inside of it, it makes it even that much harder to want to work on it.
yeah.
So because it was driving fine, and then that last time I took it to Diamond Dust and really just rolled on that full trigger, I definitely caused some bearing damage, which caused other issues, and that's just more money.
Yeah.
So, but
And
yeah,
I'm finding in today's market, you have the people that are wrenching and upgrading everything, before they even run the RC. And then you have the other people that are out just running it constantly, having fun, but
yeah,
they're not sending RCs like they were a year ago, just
right.
because of the damage that it's causing to these RC cars.
Yeah, and even when you have a component that is failing and you continue to drive it, it makes it so there's always a potential to cause you to crash. It's not tight anymore. Just like a
Yes.
real car. If you just let the suspension, bushings and components and shocks and stuff on your real car go out, it
And
causes that driving experience to be that much worse.
we talked about that on the Big Rock. At
Yep.
what point do you just replace it, especially when Arrma has these $200 discounts
Right.
on these RC cars? I
Right.
mean, it's going to cost you $350 to rebuild the thing, but you can, go out and just buy a brand new one for $199.
Yeah, case in point too was when you totally destroyed your Vendetta.
Yes. Yep.
Your
And
your,
and I
your option, you did this big thing, a
Yep.
video that showed here's all the parts in the list. And did
Yep.
you source from like Jenny's and stuff like that? Or
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Jenny's
so
everywhere.
you even went to kind of semi, cheap route in a sense. You just gotta watch out for shipping with Jenny's, but
Yes.
but but yeah, and then you point blank showed buying the whole damn thing over again is so much more of
It
a
was gonna be
smarter
it was
move.
gonna be $350 to repair it, or $420 to replace the whole RC, and I get all new
Yep,
electronics.
yep, yep.
So
And
for me at that point, it was better to replace it, and then a month later it went on sale for $199.
right, yep,
So, and I
yep.
think it's discontinued now, right?
What?
The Vendetta.
Are you serious?
I think their last sale, um, it I don't know if they're revising it or what, but after their last sale, they were out of stock, and I thought it said discontinued, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. That's that's rough, man. Because if that's discontinued, that was a damn fast car, and you showed that. out of the
I
box. Just an
yes,
ESC change is what you did, and you did other modification like taping down the body, and you made it so that the fin wouldn't chatter, with the
yes.
screw and all that stuff, which stabilized the vehicle more. And it's just like, what'd you get to 104 or 6 or something like
100,
that?
114.
114. Wow.
Yeah.
How did I miss that one? I thought
Yeah,
it was
100,
106.
114 what
Yeah.
was the last pull, but that was also putting the upgraded tires on it, which still didn't last.
Right. And
So,
then like any of these things, and that's where too, like how we were just talking about, when do you get to the point of total replacement versus just constantly hucking pots at it? All
yes.
of these manufacturers, and we're not just talking about these little toy things here, every manufacturer of everything, all of the products are designed, even with the real one-to-one, real cars, real trucks, they're all designed to eventually need to be replaced.
Yes,
You
lifespan.
can, like me, I've got Big Black, I've got Jaguar. Granted, Jaguar is that's a different story, man. That's a $275 car that I've only
But
thrown.
you see how you value that. You value it at 275, but other people see you driving that car around and that's a $5,000-6,000, car, your
Right,
transportation.
right, right,
But you're valuing it because of what you paid for it. And
right.
that's what I felt with is going on with Arrma and their RC cars is they're devaluing their cars so much by doing these half off sales just to blow
Yep,
them out
yep.
because they're sitting in boxes leaking, diffs are leaking, shocks are leaking. They're like, let's just blow them out of the park,
The
get them out of the containers
Yep.
and move on to something else.
And because the other thing that we've talked about before too is that just because the sun isn't touching it doesn't mean that those plastics aren't wearing out in the box.
That's
You
correct.
could have a totally untouched in the box RC that if you've held on to it for too long, the plastics have just brittled just
Yes.
because it it's evaporating. The
It's
oils.
where you're storing it, you
Yep,
know?
yep, yep. Well, in my humid, and I say humid controlled environment here. So one of the reasons why I haven't been on was I had another flood in my basement. This time it was a flood.
Oh, wow.
So one of the main hot water lines let go, and yeah,
You haven't seen the sun in like what, 9 months?
and we haven't. Well, with the sun's out today, and that's why I was doing it. I was on my way back home today, and the sun was shining, and I even scoped out a couple of new spots because the past couple of days I was like, I've got to get an RC out, and I've actually got a couple RCs on my bench right now. I'm like, I've got to run something, man, just to have some fun, to get away from that being stuck inside the house and all the rain and crap that we've had.
Yeah.
And Arrma goes ahead and drops this, and it's like I've
Yeah.
been waiting for this thing for what feels like 6 months to a year.
Yeah. I think Tony was hinting about it in his live yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yeah, because
That
he's already got both versions of it. So, and he's had both versions for like 6 months. He's been doing videos and all this other stuff on them, and he's just been waiting to drop it. So, but yeah,
Oh, I think those videos would have been out at 5 a.m. Like, well, for me, 5
no,
a.m.
you know what though, I've noticed a little bit of a pattern change in how Horizon is.
Dropping this stuff now.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
they're giving it to, how they're managing those drops.
Got to be smart about it.
Yeah, because if they give a fire team to Earl Moorhead and Earl Moorhead takes it out on his first battery pack.
I got a bad rap for that fire team because
You know
I
I was going to
really
bring that up.
I really enjoyed that RC. Other
I
than the
know.
screws falling out and the front bearings failing,
Yes.
that's a great RC.
And I kind of wanted to, and that's why I'm stuck on this right here. It's all in the quality of the parts. So
Yes.
why, and this
And
is
the
where it's kind of
assembly.
weird. sealed bearings or rubber shielded bearings doesn't really mean anything if that rubber shield is junk. If that material that
Yes,
is
or if there's no grease inside those bearings.
right,
If those
right,
bearings were put in brand new, dry,
yep,
then they're going to last a couple battery packs and then fail.
that rubber shield, which I don't know what the heck kind of rubber it was that they used on the Arrmas, but that rubber shield or that seal that they call it, it's just if the quality's not there, it's they're just not going to last. So it's like all these things that, we're talking about an RTR vehicle. We're talking about, in a sense, sometimes I feel like we're talking about the old Hyundais when Hyundai first started coming over here.
Yes.
And those things were known as disposable vehicles. Once people got them in their hands, they were so cheap. You shut the door too hard and the inside latch would fall off.
Yep.
It's like, Jesus. The radio buttons would, fly off if you know what I mean? Step on the
Yep.
gas too hard. So, well, I shouldn't say that because those things were gutless anyway, but it's,
But I mean, in today's market, I mean, even poor quality parts are lasting.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, because we're so far, I guess we're so far advanced now, and
Yeah.
these RCs have built over and over and over again that all these little issues should be sorted by now.
Yeah. But in order for a company to save, which we
Th-
call save a penny, but
Yep.
that penny is multiplied by how much, they may just get the shielded bearing that was, a penny or two cheaper that saves the company money, but
But it hurts their name
yeah,
because we all know that we keep saying it, Losi quality.
but
I mean, it's those little things that Losi does, that makes their RC just not have these premature failures,
yes,
like other manufacturers. And I don't know what Losi is doing, but whatever they're doing, they got to keep doing it.
it makes me wonder because
Because
we've
I'll pay
again
the
we've
$20 more.
yeah, well, we've also had that conversation too on the side about, and we'll just say it like this: the difference between Horizon owning Arrma versus Horizon owning Losi.
Yep.
It's got to be something in the wording, in the contract of ownership, to where Losi just might have, who knows, maybe Losi has more of a say. This is Losi. We got to keep the quality up. Where what you had said initially, when you first started buying your Arrmas, the reason why was because you saw the value in the quality at that time.
Yes.
And it seemed as though when somebody else got involved in the mix, the quality started to go down because the main thing for that possible ownership is making money. Let's see how we can make the money at its cheapest, and people what will people be okay with going out on the RC and not, you know what I mean? And not
Yeah, no,
hurt
I get it. It was like the
and
8S.
not hurt the name.
I think it's more in the amount of time they have for testing and getting that out in the market, the real world, to see what's going to break. Because the 8S line, like the arms on that, they didn't really change the design of the arm, but they changed the compound of the plastic, which really made the Kraton 8S stop breaking rear arms.
Right.
They never said anything, but it happened over, say, a 6 month to a year's time. All of a sudden, these XD arms came out, and people started noticing differences to where the arms stopped breaking.
Right.
So, just the quality of materials that they're using, the compound had changed, and the plastic became, resilient.
Right.
So, and Arrma tends to do that a lot. Is they'll drop an RC, it'll get out there, they'll start seeing an issue, and it'll get corrected right away.
Right.
But all those original people that bought it are stuck buying more parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I got to take my daughter to school.
All right, Earl. Oh no, she's mad. Don't
Yep.
you put me on camera.
Yep.
All right, Earl.
All
It was
right,
good
I'll jump
talking to
back
you.
in the chat. Thanks for
All right,
inviting
man.
me.
All right.
All right, bye.
Talk to you later, Earl. Thanks for coming. So anyways, that was a good thing. I like to get Earl's bounce back thing because there's, so many conversations that he and I have, that, people don't know about. We don't just talk about this garbage, right? We talk about regular car stuff too, because it's in our nature to what we enjoy. So that kind of translate over to this because, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the real world that translated directly to all this stuff. What I'm seeing and kind of getting back to what I'm seeing here, I'm liking a lot of what I'm seeing. I think it's a good move. I think this RC, because of its bigger brother or whatever you want to call it, if they just kind of keep this going and maybe hopefully get rid of, the garbage stuff that, the cheap out stuff. Stop doing the cheap out way. So we got sliding composite drive shafts. You're not gonna, well, I shouldn't say that, but you're most likely not gonna have an issue with these because of also how short they're gonna be. So, yeah. Steel drive shaft couplings. Almost say components. So strong, hard-wearing steel composite CVD drive shafts. So I'm going to go ahead and if anybody wants to jump in, say hello. The thing is over here. But anyways, what do we got here? 17 millimeter hexes. Yeah. Seemed to work. I thought there was a weirdness to the looseness that I was seeing at one point with this little center screw thing right here. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, that is a question that I have. I do wonder. So like all of these vehicles, I'm wondering if the right side rear is going to have an issue. Reason being is because with my Mojave, not with my UDR, but my Mojave and my I'm pointing to it because it's right there. The thing over here, the thing, the Eisenhower truck. So that Desert Racer, like I said, just that, slam full trigger RC car. Is there going to be a problem with that passenger side rear loosening up just because of the way it is? Hopefully it's not. Once I get this thing in my hands, I'm gonna not Loctite that rear. I'm hoping that it is. I don't see like there's any Loctite on this. This might be a representation of what this is. It doesn't look like, you can see like the fine dust particles. So this looks like it's an actual part, not a digital representation. So the wonderment will be, is there going to be Loctite already on these lock nuts? That probably would be a good move if it was. But yeah, that passenger side rear or right side rear seems to have an issue just because it's got all the power going to that back corner. So hold sway. So sway bars, I'm guessing, yep, both front and rear sway bars. That'll be a welcome thing, obviously, to a vehicle like this. You know what, man? Actually, that body's looking pretty sharp right there. It does have the white. I just wish the white was a little bit more. The white should have carried over the roof. I think that would have been cool. But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe that's all right. That is a sharp looking. You can't call this a car. It's a truck. It is a sharp looking truck. So what do we got here? So Arrma modular design with SPEKTRUM technology. So it's just talking about, all the stuff that you're going to find in these Horizon products or Arrma products, however you want to call it. So that module changed, 120 amp ESC, so you got 4S, 2400 kV SPEKTRUM motor, which hopefully There won't be a problem with that. There's a top down of that body. It's all right, man. I definitely like the white. The white is a real kind of like sharp looking truck. So easy access, yeah, we know. Or maybe I shouldn't say we know. Easy access electronics module, in case you didn't know. Only 5 screws to remove. How many screws did they say it was to remove the rear module? 1 screw plus a drive shaft, and you got to get a hammer or a wedge. Yeah, that body right there. I like the coloring of that right there. That just looks nice. So, is that it? Feel like that's it. I feel like that's it. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about. So, max speed possible. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Nah. See that 50? Nah, you can squash that. Max speed possible out of the box in its current condition? Yes. But max speed nah, man, this is designed. This thing is designed for speed. Where's that? I'm still on the Gigasite, right? Where's that video thing? Is it this one? I think it's this one. They just show this thing full trigger. Yeah, look at, come on. Look at that. That thing is cruising, dude. Camera slow down a little bit. Come on. This is almost like watching the Traxxas UDR like video. That thing, yeah, that thing's meant. Get this, still got the fake drive shaft molded in there. Yeah, this is definitely, I gotta tell you right now, this is definitely going to be the one to get. And that's where I was talking about, you know, because even Earl and I talk about the whole marketing thing too, is that color scheme. Yeah, Sean, I agree. Color scheme's nice. That shot would get out of here, Frank. See, Frank is yeah, I'll put Frank right there. That shot was sped up. No, it was a guy. Technically, it says 50 plus. We had to actually, did it? Did it say 50 plus? Max speed. Oh, you're right. I didn't see the plus. I guess I must be blind. Yeah, that look at that thing. And the other thing too to pay attention to is whenever these companies, with the exception of the laser nut, they messed up with the laser nut, and that's Losi, obviously. So basically, whatever their video shows you, that's what they're intending you to do with the RC. So when you go above and beyond anything that they've shown you, that's when you potentially can come against problems or come up against problems. And that's why I say that with the exception of the laser nut, they made a mistake with jumping the real laser nut with the laser nut. Because what that was basically telling everybody was that, oh, I can take a stretched out DB Pro and a stretched out, weighted, heavier DB Pro and launch it over Big Black. Basically, that's kind of what they were saying. And that wasn't smart because with that particular video, while it looked kind of great, it just wasn't, it wasn't the intended usage of the vehicle. And it kind of proved out of the box, at least that particular vehicle, it kind of proved out of the box, don't do that with that RC. And I'm hoping that they kind of scale back those videos. Let the boneheads, like, you know, out there in the world. I'm a bonehead too. Let those people that want to push the RCs and show what breaks, let them do that. Don't tell people that they can jump a real vehicle that it's modeled after. Like me taking Like me taking the big black, like me taking the big rock and jumping big black with it, because the big rock is big black, so I should be able to jump it, right? So yeah, nah, don't, Horizon or whoever, don't do that stupid foolishness. Let us do that. Let us have fun and figure out what's wrong with these things. Man, salt and pepper, right? Treating what? Like what? Treating, what did you say? Like treating your car like a submarine? Yeah, right. Raise his hand. I like that one. That was a good one. We need diamond, dude. Diamond dust at you. You got it, guy. I am all over that. Just like I was over this video when Arrma released it. Why I jumped on live to do kind of like, this is actually tagged under the COVID and coffee playlist. This particular live. Because it is kind of like a COVID and coffee. It's still kind of early in the morning. What have we started at 9:30? Already been running an hour. But yeah, I was all over this thing like that. What do they say? Like a fly on rice? What are you doing over there, guy? Yeah, I was all over this thing like a fly on rice, man. What's going on? Yeah. And when I talk about the whole thing about these guys marketing, they pay people to do the marketing. They pay people to say, to figure out what like they've got coming up and how to strategically release things. Because if they're not making money, they can't keep going forward doing stuff like this. And any company that doesn't do it this way isn't smart, because you've got to release the other things that might not sell as easy as this damn thing's gonna. I'm saying it right now, man. I mean, without getting this thing in my hands, and I should bite my tongue, but nah, man. After, if everything that they've done is an actual improvement, which I feel I'm looking, dude, I'm looking like, the only thing I didn't like was that washer stack. So just know you'll be blowing out your springs. Springs are going to be the first thing to go probably in this RC. Springs. Look at that washer stack, dude. That washer stack is huge. So what that means is they took the spring from something else that was a shorter shock. It's a good question. What is the shock travel? Does it say? It doesn't. What is the shock travel on this thing? So if I go into exploded view, we've already been here before, but I wanted to grab, because they're showing, I think they're showing a rear shock, right? Oh, come on, guy. Right there. So let's see. I'm going to go with shock shaft. Or should I go with shock body? Let's go with shock body. They still might need to copy that, go into this, because obviously that part number was wrong. Paste, enter. Somehow I think that's wrong. All right, so they've obviously got to do a whole, they got to do was the part number right? Oh, it's not, so it doesn't even show. So I hit enter on here, and that's what shows up? Well, obviously that's wrong. So they got to fix their website. I think their website's kind of messed up. Yeah, like I was saying, I've been waiting for this thing, man. I have they even have, so that has got to lock in the body. That has got to lock in the body. Yeah, because the chassis wasn't even on here either, was it? It's not. See? Dang. So that's got to be a body lock right there. Locking it into the sides. Even looks like the taillights. Something on the back section, not that they're going to be lit, but something on that back section, you can see it's a different molded plastic. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I think this probably is going to be a knock it out of the park for the people that like to run this particular RC. So, you know what, though, RC player, I'll say something. You say thank goodness. I think you said thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness for Jenny's. You just gotta watch the. You gotta watch the whole shipping. Jenny's is a very good chop shop for all your RSC parts. It's great. But don't discount going on eBay and just, searching eBay too, because there's some other sellers that I've come across that have, equally price competitively kind of, pricing with free shipping sometimes. So it might depend upon where you're from, but yeah, Jenny's is definitely a good place to go to get your stuff. Bam. Took them a long time. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. But hopefully that's going to play out to be a good thing. So I'm really hoping, man. It's definitely nice looking. Look at that. Come on, Frank Sluga. I know, Frank, I know you love your Traxxas, but looks-wise, it looks pretty damn good, don't it? Imagine that staring you, your grill, that grill staring you and your grill. So, how's it going to compare in size to the UDR guy? Well, this is a 1/8 scale RC. They're not calling this 1/10 or an extended 1/10. They're actually calling this a 1/8. It's obviously going to be smaller because it's this. But let me see. I think that's why I had. Where was it? Right here. So you've got a wheelbase of 380. And then anybody offhand know what the wheelbase for the UDR is? Let's see if Google knows. Actually, nah, Alexa's. I'm going to ask this thing first. That way it messes everybody else's Alexa up. Alexa, what is the wheelbase of a Traxxas UDR?
From brainwritings.com. Its wheelbase is 16.5 inches, which works out to right in between 1/7 and 1/8 scale compared to the 125-inch wheelbase of a full-size desert racer.
Damn close is basically what it's saying. Damn close. Inch off. It's like an inch and a half, inch and a squeak off. It's about an inch and a half off. It's just a sharp looking truck, man. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So how do I get back to the Giga site? Is this the Giga site? Yes, it is. So, but that's the big one right there. I think that everybody's been hoping for is that center diff. So, did I look that up? Actually, I don't think that center diff was part of what you could see, right? Exploded view, interactive. Where's the center diff? Where's the center diff? Oops. There it is. That it? No. Center diff right there. Yeah, that's the center diff. So most likely it's still gonna. Nah, see, that's wrong. That ain't it. Is that it? Oh, that's it right there. So most likely this isn't gonna come up. Do a little search. Paste the part number right into the search. Yeah, guy. Did I already do that? So obviously you can see part numbers are definitely going to have to change big time, I'm guessing. So the part number 4, the center diff, comes out as the composite slider CVD shaft. So I'm hoping there ain't going to be some kind of a massive parts issue with Arrma, or should I say Horizon, coming across this stuff, man. Because that's directly clicking on that. Yeah, let's click on this motor plate real quick. Just curious. Motor plate, ARA. Now, see, that's obviously a digital representation. So $25 for that. Just curious. Jump over here. I'll put it into the fresh site. Paste it. Hit enter. Comes up with a Pinion. So yeah, the things just aren't. Yeah. Nah. There's gonna have to be a whole redesign or re-part number kind of thing that's gonna have to happen there. So that's kind of a bummer. Anyways, so I think that's good enough. Live stream was a little over an hour. Had a bunch of people pop in. I don't even know how many people got onto the stream. I can't tell. Doesn't even say anywhere. I have no idea, guy. Let's see. I don't even. Nothing even shows me how many people are here. Yeah, nothing even shows me. Joseph, can't wait to get into the ground. Yeah. Oh, do I keep hammering down on you guys about the whole pricing structure, being smart, as a company, because they're smart enough to be able to do this. They're smart enough to be able to take this out of your back pocket or whatever you keep at, or if you don't have one of these, maybe you're like one of the newfangled people that has just the clip with the card, or if you just pay for everything with this, it's connected to your bank account. But they're smart enough to be able to do this. Look at that. And if you're going to go ahead and pre-order from these guys right here if you're local. Hobby Quarters. Hobby Quarters has been very good to me. And I just mean, as far as a local hobby shop that I go to, Hobby Quarters is the place that I go to. Hobby Quarters is the place I'll recommend until I find a better shop, which I don't know if I will, unless I move. Eventually, I'm going to move. That's inevitable. But anyways, a company is designed to pull this out of your pocket, open it up, and create this scenario right here. See that? That's the scenario that a good company is designed to do. They're designed to take every penny out of your pocket. And they're smart for doing that. You might not think that they're smart, but they are. They're smart. Is what it is, man. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and this was just doing a live. I haven't done a live in a long time, but this drop right here from Arrma, this thing right here, where's the good one? There's another good video. This drop right here, this caused me to know that I was gonna jump on a live. Like I said, I've been waiting for this for months. I already knew it was coming. I just couldn't say anything. So, yeah. If this is anything like the desert racers that I very much enjoy, and I'm not saying that I got this thing on my bench, dude. I got this thing on my bench. Okay, this is the Hobao. So, I'm going to get Arrma off of there. Solo layout. This thing right here. I got this on my bench, dude, because this is coming back out. So I do very much enjoy thrashing RCs. I do not enjoy cleaning them. But if I'm gonna clean my stuff, I'm not paid to tell you guys about stuff like this. But I'm finding if you use the right products, even the stupid Udder Butter, man, that Udder Butter actually works really, really good. It works. Can't say if it works better than the Permatex stuff that I use because it's still kind of in testing. For me, I'm sure other people have already done that, but I don't know anybody else that's using Permatex brake grease for all their differentials. Every RC car that I have cracked open, every ring and pinion, that's only ring and pinion, not the actual inside diff. Every ring and pinion that I have busted open has gotten that Permatex grease. And I've told everybody there is a side effect to using that product because of how it eventually, I guess, breaks down. It has like it has a consistency that can bleed through the gaps. So if you do not have a truly sealed case, the cracks, hey, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe to help you find cracks. But it will leave a residue, which then the very fine dust will attach itself to. And I haven't found it being an issue. It's just a byproduct of using that silicone extreme ceramic Permatex grease that I use. The Udder Butter so far, I mean, it's in that thing. That thing ain't bleeding. Granted, I haven't been driving it as much as some of my other vehicles, like my Outcast, but yeah, I do like to just roll on that trigger, man. There is something about it, man. It's like when you get in your car and you can just smash through the gears, man. Just light up those tires. There's something about lighting up those tires and just slamming through the gears. It just gives you that, dude, it wakes you up. And if you haven't done it, and I'm not condoning it, I'm not saying you should do it, but if you've never done it before, go to some back parking lot with whatever car you got. All-wheel drive, nah. All-wheel drive vehicles, nah. You got to either have front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, unless your all-wheel drive vehicle's got some nasty power. But if you just got a regular everyday, driver and you don't feel like you're going to break it, go to some back parking lot, make sure there's no police, nothing, and then just power brake it just for a little bit, just to kind of get some RPMs up, and then just bone that throttle and pull off the brake. And then what does your car do? Your car just throws on the hugest smile onto your face as long as something doesn't grenade in the drive line. Because that's why I'm saying I'm not condoning that you do that. But if you've never done it before, you have to do it at least once in your lifetime. And if you've got rear wheel drive, when you sidestep that clutch and that thing just goes sideways and you've got to fight it, you know what I mean? It's nothing but smiles for Smoky Miles. So, yeah, that's where this is going to end. Smiles for Smoky Miles. So, yeah, Mojave 4x4 4S BLX from Arrma finally stinking dropped. And I really feel like this is going to be the RC to get. Like, I know the Pro Moto, Bob, whatever. Yeah. Stupid Pro Moto sitting right there still. Yeah, I know. Pro Moto, whatever. Yeah. It's cool. But it's not this kind of cool. This cool right here. It's not this cool. This thing. This is just a different kind of cool, I guess you want to say. I think this thing's going to rip, man. I really do. I think the thing is going to be stinking awesome. I really do. I think this thing's going to be mint. And again, what they're doing here, that's what you're supposed to do with it. Steer with the rear. You know it, guy. You know it, man. Joseph, yeah, hey, man. Absolutely. Salt and pepper. Desert trucks are awesome. They are. Yep. Arrma fanboy. What, you? I'm not a fanboy of anything. I just enjoy everything. You have to do it. If you limit yourself, like, I mean, I don't know, like Chris Watton. I don't know, if you're calling yourself a Arrma fanboy, or if you're calling Frank Sluga a Traxxas fanboy. Thing is, right? I think Earl said it too at one point. If you limit yourself to one, meaning one manufacturer, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, whatever. If I can't even believe I put Toyota in there, but I just did because Toyota does have some kind of good stuff. But the big three, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, in that order. That's right, Frank. Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Now, I love them all. Dodge, Chevy, Ford. Chevy, Dodge, Ford. Whatever. If you limit yourself to just one, you're limiting yourself. Why do that? Why be, Arrma for life, or why be Ford for life? Because if you're Ford for life, you'll never know what it feels like to jump into. Oops, sorry about that. You'll never know what it feels like to jump into. Actually, maybe I should say it the opposite way. I'll say it this way because I own all of them. Actually, I don't own a Dodge. I used to own a Dodge a long time ago, Dodge Charger. So I've had Mopar. Anyways, I just don't have many more. Reason why is because Mopar don't go far. Anyways, I'll say it like this. Let's just say that you're a Chevy lover. You Chevy trucks. They're where it's at. Chevy's rule, whatever. And you don't get to experience a Ford. Like Ford, just tough. Like, you don't get to experience that, what it takes to push your truck home. Or you don't experience what it takes to, have to have your transmissions and front ends rebuilt every 6 months because you bought a Dodge. You know what I mean? Don't limit yourself. If you've never had an Arrma, buy this, dude. If you've never had an Arrma, buy this. Buy this. Try it. If this is anything like the 4S Outcast, and I say 4S Outcast because for all of my Arrmas, with the exception of maybe like the Big Rock. Big Rock was good, but that's an entry level. When it jumped into the version 2 of the Outcast 4S, that was a whole different animal. Now that's nothing like this. You can't compare anything to that thing. That, when you want to talk about a beastly monster truck that really has it all going on, and Hobao MTX is the way to go, man. That thing rips. Anyway, if you haven't tried an Arrma, maybe go ahead and open this up and turn it into, take my stuff out, open it up and turn it into that for like 1 month or whatever. Call up Hobby Quarters. Tell them right now. Put me down. Put me down for one. Or contact the devil, Horizon Hobby. Nah, contact Horizon Hobby, whatever. Put in your pre-order for this thing if they're taking pre-order. Are they? Actually, I never even checked. Are they taking pre-orders? Oh, yeah, so they are. Pre-order. So you could pre-order it. I ain't going to pre-order it. But anyways, yeah, there you go. Where am I going with this? If you haven't tried one or the other, or let's just say you love all Arrma and you've never tried a Traxxas, do your research. Figure out, what vehicle you really, or figure out the type of, it's all in sometimes the type of driving that you like to do or you find yourself prone to. And I say prone, and I mean it that way. Find out what, find out how or what your driving style really is. And then just always remember there's going to be room for growth. And remember, once you take the RC away from what it's designed for, which is why I say you watch the manufacturer's videos, with the exception of the laser nut. When you watch the manufacturer's videos, that's how they're intending you to drive it. Not like RC Dude 81 and the other guy there. What's the other guy there? You got RC Dude 81, and then you got the other California guy there. The heck is his name? Duper Bash. Yeah, I mean, don't do stuff like they do unless you've got a wallet that's full and you can pay for the pots, because there is destruction. But yeah, if you only love Arrma, go get a Losi or check out a Traxxas. Don't limit yourself to just one. It's why I've got so many vehicles that I drive. Like almost every vehicle that's in my driveway, with the exception of 2 right now, in my driveway, is on the road. And I can drive them at any time. It's because it gives you a different feel. I haven't driven my Trans Am in a couple years. I haven't driven my Camaro in a couple of years. Right now, I'm actually getting my Camaro. It's been on the road registered the entire stinking time. Sometimes you don't have time. I've been doing a couple of things to it. I had my fuel gauge go out, or my fuel sender went out, so I replaced that. A couple of other things while I was there. I just wanted to touch up and, get the things so I could bring it back out on the road. It's like, if you're daily driving a Prius, how boring of a life is that? And for you Prius drivers, I'm sorry. That's just me speaking. But if you limit yourself to one, you don't know what anything else feels like. You got to experience it. Maybe you'll reinforce the fact that you hate Arrma, or you'll reinforce the fact that Traxxas is overpriced, or Losi, every time you take it out, you break one little link and you've got to buy the whole pack. It's the name of the game, man. So, all right, enough of this blab. I appreciate everybody that showed up. I know there were a couple of, there was one thanks thing that I missed on here. I don't know. I don't even know how to go back on it. Oh, dude, I was trying to use this as my slide device. There was another person that did like one of those super chats or thanks. I saw it for a blip, but I was talking to Earl. I'm sure in the thing it'll show up. What I'll do is I'll catch you on the next video. But yeah, there was a ton of people in here, I believe. Like I said, haven't done this in a while, but anyways. Yeah, don't limit yourself to one, just give it a shot. Try something. I really think this is going to be not perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. But if this is anything like the Outcast 4S in durability and the Mojave 6S in durability, if it's that in between with the smaller size, then taking out something bigger, or bigger size and taking out something smaller like the Eisenhower truck. Actually, what is the wheelbase of the Eisenhower truck? Losi. Losi. I was just curious. Just gonna look this up real quick. I wanted to look up the Eisenhower truck thing here. Where is it? Excuse me. I'm just gonna, so you don't have to just look at my face. Standard size. Let's see. Yeah, come on, dude. See, this is killing it right here. You see that price, man? $150 for the Camaro drag car. Now this is where Earl is talking about everything has been devalued. I've got my Camaro drag car somewhere behind me, I think. Somewhere. My Camaro drag car is still in its box. So where I paid what? I paid what? And now it's only that? That hurts, man. I'm sorry, man. That hurts. But what was I looking for? Yeah, originally I almost got this. I almost got that, and I would have paid what? I would have paid, huh? So does that mean the Pro Moto is going to be $150? Hell no. Not even a chance. Even that thing went down in price, but what was I looking for? This thing. Whew. You've got to determine where you want to be. Because when you see the price of that thing, and then you realize for $30 less, you're going to 100% hands down get more durability. You just need to decide, what do you want out of the truck? It's not going to handle like that thing. That thing. However it works, however I'm pointing. It's not going to, that way. It's not going to handle like that. It's going to handle different. It's not going to give you that, I've got to control it to drive it. Do you know what I mean? Frank Slugan knows what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah. I think we're done. 11 o'clock. I'm finally out of here. We got Earl Moorhead. Oh, yeah, guy. Yes. Right there. Yeah. That hurts, dude. Matt Mass, what's going on, guy? Yeah, Matt. Whoa. Yep. Dude, it's rough, man. It's rough. And I wanted the MagnaFlow truck, and I hate to say it this way, I just wanted it for the stinking shelf. I think the bodies were going for $150. Seriously, I think the bodies. I think a body was like $100. Ah, it's rough, man. It definitely. I don't know if it's a smart move. In some ways, it probably is, because it is getting the stock that's rotting out of their warehouse. Because people don't have the money, they'll take the hit. I don't really know if it's a hit. But yeah, Arrma doesn't do light bar giveaways. They do. Dude. All right, people, you guys are. Hey, Robbie's RC. What's going on, man? Yeah, right there. Dude, that's awesome. That is a good comment. I'm going to see. Can I screenshot that comment? I think I can. Dude, I'm screenshotting your comment. Bam. RC player paid what? Sales sacrifice. Yeah. Yeah. Losi is more scale. Yeah. And that's where I guess you need to figure out where you kind of want to be, in a sense. Is that's why I was saying, like, I won't complain about the fact that, or say anything negative in a way about the thing over here, the Eisenhower truck, because I really like that truck. Keep messing up. I like it because of its scaleness, because of its realism, because of everything about how it drives. It makes me, in a sense, drive the truck, and I like that. So, if trucks are 50% off, that means parts are cheaper as well. Nope. Come on, guy. You know better than that. Heck to the no. 105 out the door on the body. Is that what it was, man? Or is that what it is now? But yeah, Frank. Yep. RC Steve, man. Thanks. I'll see you later. Yeah. My mom won't let me buy anything. What? UCs? Yeah. Sounds like a guy who loves Traxxas. What? RC player. Who? Sluga? Yeah, Sluga does like, he likes Dodge and he likes Traxxas. So he's a smart guy. Traxxas? Dude, you got to admit, Traxxas makes good stuff. And if you haven't tried a Traxxas, just grab 2 of these and then give it a shot. Nah, he didn't miss the live. We're still here. Yeah. Anyways. All right. So, like I said, this is a 3rd time or 4th time I think I said this. So I'm just going to end this live right here. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for, just being here. If you haven't given a thumbs up, by all means, do that. You know the deal, man. You don't have to be told to do that. But what I have noticed is that every once in a while you forget, because you're in the moment. You kind of forget to find that thumbs up. And all it does is helps. I hate to say it, it helps YouTube say, yeah, this channel's all right. So give it a double. Don't give it a double thumbs up, because if you give it a double thumbs up, it cancels out the first thumbs up you gave it. So, all right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for coming, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. And hopefully you'll be seeing some videos soon. More videos. Not saying from me. Hopefully you'll be seeing some more videos of this RC car. The Mojave 4S BLX just dropped. I think, based upon only visual, I think this is a knockout of the park, man. It's going to be interesting to see the changes, how it holds up. It really looks like it looks like an excellent design, man. It really does. It does. It looks like a good, solid, fast truck that's going to cost you both ways. So, all right, everybody. I am out. I'm going to end the stream. Thank you for coming. There's always going to be more content. It's just I've been dealing with some stupid stuff. So being sick, wife surgery, her being sick now because I got her sick. This is the part about, you know, having a secondary person in your life is when you get sick, you get them sick. So help spread the video. Parts are crazy, even 116. Yeah. Yeah. Chris, dude, thank you. I'll pay full price, dude. Right there, bam. I'll pay full price for this truck. Yeah. Yeah. Put an 8200 kV motor in the Mini T. Yeah. Nice, man. Awesome. All right, man. I am out of here. This looks like a win. Really does. RC Guy Garage out. I'm about to end the stream.